Okay, now okay. I believe that we are back. And I believe that the internet should be fixed. Just reset my routers. And I think we're good to go. Weird little stumble. But I think it'll end up being okay. So we'll see what happens. Should not be too bad. Worst thing is now we gotta try to find some more shinies, man. I almost threw up when the Wi-Fi just died. Like it felt like it literally exploded. And then I checked my like my little router management app, I guess, and it just showed that the office router was just dead. That was not cool. But I looked down and like the light said it was connected, but the app wasn't picking it up. So just restarted the whole network, regrouped, and now we're back and can on some shinies, man. That's what we gotta do. But did some upgrades to the stream, to the setup a little bit. A lot of it's back end, so I can really make sure I'm seeing every message that comes through, and anything that happens, no matter where it happens at. I messed around with like my ad settings and stuff in Twitch, so that should be a little more consistent. There should not be pre-roll, based on how everything works. So I think we're pretty good to go. I'm feeling pretty good about it, but I'm gonna start the recording and we'll get into it. All right, hello. We just talked a little bit, but now we are back with Safari Week. We are on day number 6. I think this is my 4th stream of Safari Week, but I've been able to at least record every day. And as the stream title says, unfortunately, I am just straight up 0-2. On the same game, we've had a Venonat and then a Venomoth. Both run. They just ran from me. They didn't want to be a part of the team. I think I got to throw 4 Pokeballs at each of them. And then they decided to just leave and just never come back. So one part of this is trying to get redemption on the Gnat and the Moth, but the ultimate goal and target for all of this Safari Week, at least, has been Tauros. We've seen quite a few of them, so we at least know what's going on. We can get them sorted out. But other than that, we just got to start pushing some encounters, so might as well hop right into it and just keep grinding. Yeah, there we go. So counter has reset, and that is because we saw that shiny. I was like getting ready to end stream yesterday, and then the shiny popped up, and so that I streamed like an extra 30 minutes or something after that. And we're right back to it. I've been crazy fortunate to encounter 2 shinies in like I want to say it's like 5,000 encounters or something on this leaf green copy. Like it is cracked. So that means like we're honestly not even to odds on Fire Red and on Platinum. So excited to see where we can go from there. They're cooking. We are just waiting to see something in these other 2 games. Fire Red is the top left on the screen. And then Platinum's obviously the bottom. So I would love to see a DS shiny on Platinum, but I'm pretty okay with anything. Dude, the Venomoth just mocking me. Let's figure out where we want to go here. We'll go area 3. I don't think we've done a lot of hunting over there. No specific target in Platinum. I would love to get any of the binocular Pokemon, but yeah, nothing specific that I'm really looking at. move that over just a little bit. Okay, that feels decent. All right, now we're in the groove. Apartment feels so empty right now. So much stuff is packed up because we're moving Friday, and then Bella's gone for work right now, so it's just me and Astrid, and she's just been hiding. I think she's stressed out because of all the moving that's going on. Every time I open it or like get a new box ready to be taped up, she just bolts. Like I haven't even like put her in a box or anything. She usually likes them. Cat. And that has not been the case here recently. I think it'd be funny if I end up getting like a B barrel as a DS shiny. I mean, I would enjoy its company, but I think Skorupi would be the coolest. I just think that's binocular. If it's not, I have no idea which one it's in. I keep saying that I'm going to do some research on the Great Marsh, and then I just choose not to every day. I have a lot of work stuff to get done, though. Gotta make sure kids are doing forms so that they're good to go for the fall. Probably the hardest part of my job is getting college kids to fill stuff out for me. Went to Walmart earlier to get some like super basic Home Alone in the last couple days that we're gonna be living in this apartment kind of groceries. And I ended up getting a bag of croutons and like walking through the kitchen every now and then, just grabbing a couple croutons, pull them out of the bag. It was way good. And like cheese and garlic flavored ones. Probably good that I'm home alone. I'm sure my breath is not great after taking a couple of those croutons. Tangelo would be cool. Get a Tangrowth. I've thought about switching areas to see if I can't like start encountering some chancies. But I also, I don't know, with Tauros being the goal, and now that I've seen both of these. Ooh, okay, what Pokemon is this? All of its fur dazzles if danger is sensed. It flees while the foe is momentarily blinded. That feels like a random pull Hagamaru. I feel like that's a thing that it does. You've also been playing the Alolan games. Jinx. I should have known that. See, that feels misleading to me because, well, I guess yes and no. With like one of its abilities being Intimidate, it makes me feel like it would like roar at them, not like get them to run away. But I guess if it intimidates them, it makes them run away. So like it makes sense, but at the same time in my brain it doesn't make sense. I knew, like, unironically knew a couple people that roar people. Am I one of them? I'll never share that information. But I knew a couple. Good old RXD. like the cooler teen version of RAR. Disney XD did have some fire shows though. I wasn't ever a Disney Channel kid, but like Kick Buttowski, it was sick. Pretty sure Disney XD had Pokemon at one point too. Not 100% certain on that one. Well, let's use this white flute. I think this works in the Great Marsh. Feels like it works. I should probably change the channel points around a little bit and make Poke Trivia less than like making me stand up. It's actually take some. Should be good. I think the saddest part about failing Venomoth and Venonat was going back through the VODs and clipping them. So I have like the clips of the full encounters and stuff. It just made me so sad. Gotta remember to download some YouTube videos tomorrow though. The internet's gonna cut off here at midnight so it can get moved over to the new place. I want to download some like absurdly long like Minecraft ambient noise video to turn on while I sleep. Just plug my MacBook into the TV. I wonder if it's possible to repel trick for Tauros anywhere. Probably not. I feel like a lot of the Pokemon just have similar levels. I forget how crazy it was when I discovered that the repel trick actually worked when I was trying to catch. Oh yeah, I have Yeah, I'm 0 for 2. So I failed on the same game on Leaf Green. I failed both Venonat and Venomoth. So I definitely understand that. Congrats on the Kecleon though. That's always a very fun one. I can never remember what the shiny of that looks like because of like all of the different variations we've seen across like the anime and games, but definitely a cool one to have. My target is Tauros. That's the tough one. Oh, blue stripe instead of red. Okay. And I think to me that feels so underwhelming, like compared to like being purple or something. Kecleon is such a cool Pokemon. I remember being just a small child and being very frustrated that I couldn't go to the gym in the is it Fortree City? I didn't want to continue to the next route. I wanted to fight the gym leader. That's what I got there for. I got so mad at it. Luckily, I had a friend who'd played through the game before me and was like, dude, just keep walking. Ah, okay. Honestly, can't complain too much about my encounters though, because they both happened very fast. Like, I want to say less than 4,000 encounters total, or like right at 4,000 to seeing 2 shinies. I think at the beginning of the week, if I would have told myself that by Wednesday I would have encountered 2 shinies, I'd have been very happy even just to see that I encountered them. Would have been much happier if I said caught, but glad to have seen them. I think Yanma would be a really cool one, considering that would be the 3rd blue shiny of the week. So maybe that could be a cool one to try to see over in Platinum. Need to keep seeing more of those Tauros. That's what we need. Oh, seeing more. Oh no, that's totally understandable. I don't have any storms in my area right now. Um but I know that my girlfriend had to drive, had to take a short trip for work, and she drove through some crazy storms. But I like a good storm if it's like non-damaging, just some like distant thunder and some like rain sounds is pretty nice. But yeah, storms are like, they're actually pretty scary. Is how destructive they can be. But hopefully all goes well and you don't lose any power, because it's super hot out right now, so losing power would just be brutal. Yo, what's up, Kenton? I almost took a nap earlier when Bella left, but then I decided to pack some more stuff up. Hope it was a good nap though. Yeah, like I had no idea that Streamlabs was gonna do that. I'll have to check out the settings and stuff. I just wanted to make sure I got like all my alerts and stuff. True, true. Yeah, I'll figure out. I'm still getting used to this whole multi-platform thing. I think it's good though. Especially with wanting to focus more on like doing some videos. Yeah, I also debated just not doing chat on screen at all, but at least for this format, it's really nice to have there. But for like, maybe for other games, like I know a lot of Call of Duty streamers don't have them there because there'd be a lot going on. So maybe Switch games I mess around with not having it. I agree, and that's why I like to have it there. I could just see maybe for some games how it could be. If it doesn't fit for the layout, it could be a lot. Nah, I'm not streaming COD or anything like that anymore, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Something like Pokemon, it makes a lot of sense to have chat there. Oh, Kenton, you'll have to have Bella send you a picture, if she hasn't already, of what Astrid's been doing. Since we took our bed frame down, since we're gonna get a new one, she's been like at the foot of our bed, curled up under the covers. So there's just like a little lump, just a little Astrid lump at the end of the bed. It made me think of the President of the United States song Lump. I had heard that song in years, and then I remembered it when I looked at Astrid. And then it made me think of their song Peaches. And now it's been stuck in my head all day. I switched to just auto roll the ads. And that's just the warning that there's gonna be 90 seconds of ads in a minute. I had it do I'm only doing like a minute and a half every hour for the ads, I think. No. I think it might be 3 minutes in an hour. So instead of running a 3-minute ad break, it should. I'm fairly certain when I messed with the setting, it said that pre-roll would be disabled. And they're disabled right now. But that way it breaks the ads in half instead of running 3 minutes at once. I get that. I don't stream for like, oh dang it, threw it up a wall. I don't usually take like super big breaks during my stream. I tend to just sit here the whole time. That's kind of why I did that, because I don't need that 3-minute break. And then like if I do take a break, I never take a full 3 minutes. So I feel like that, like I get back and then the ads are still running, and like I don't want to start back up because there's still ads. I can definitely tell that the white flute does something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily want to jump to do like different stuff like that. Not when something like this, when you just gotta keep getting a bunch of encounters. If it weren't like a shiny hunt week or something, maybe. They're mocking me. The Vino fam is mocking me. I think for the next few days, I would be very excited if I were to encounter at least one more shiny. I think if I could only get 3 shinies in a pretty dedicated week of just shiny hunting, I'd be happy with that. And plus, I'd like to one more chance at catching something because I know I'm not gonna be able to stream any on Friday. I might be able to get some encounters in at the end of the day, but definitely no stream. Saturday will be pretty touchy too, depending on how much we get moved Friday and can get set up. Oh yeah, I mean I haven't even hit odds for 1 shiny, and to have 2 is crazy. But if I were to see a third, I would just be astounded. Oh, did you see her? Did she jump up in the window? I'm not gonna move the curtain because she flips out. Oh no, she's trying to move the curtain. Astrid. Oh, we're gonna say hi. Say hi, Astrid. Hello. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh no, she's flipping out. Ah. We're just chilling. She's been sleeping ever since Bella left. She laid on the couch and slept there for like 3 hours. I wonder if my camera will let me show a picture. I don't think the focus is that great. Maybe this will work. Kind of. You can kind of see her. Yeah. Just sleeping on the couch. I think at that point she was like licking, cleaning herself a little bit. But no, she was just sitting there. Curled up in a little blanket ball. Sometimes I like to mess with her and put the blanket over top of her. She wigs out. But then if I'm like laying in bed and have like my arm propped up, so there's like a little cubby in the cover, she'll just dart under there. So she can't make up her mind about if she likes to be under the blankets or not. Sometimes, yeah, I think it just needs to be on her own terms. Ah, I keep throwing balls. Of course, I catch everything except the shinies when they pop up. And then I want to add one of the Discord tags next to my name in Discord, but I want it to be Yukina's, so it just says fat. I think that'd be kind of funny. But then I also remember that it's like, wait a second. I interact with like incoming and students and recruits in Discord, so maybe I shouldn't say fat next to my name. Although I feel like it would give me more character development in their minds. I thought about making a second Discord just for college stuff, but I also don't want to. I didn't realize the draft was happening. If he didn't end up being a Mav, that would be like the craziest year of a fumble from that organization. That's crazy for him though, because like there are some like Hall of Fame players on that team that if they get healthy, like that's good people for him to be around in his early years in the NBA. Like AD could be a good mentor. I think I saw an interview where LeBron was talking about that. Even just like NBA player mentor. I feel like AD hasn't had like any controversy or anything like that. He's just been a solid player ever since he got to the NBA. Knows how to be the guy on a team. I mean, that's what he was the Pelicans team there for the first few years. Came from a big SEC school. He knows what's up. Oh yeah, I mean, and he's used to money too with all the NIL deals and stuff, so you don't have to worry about that as much with new players as you did before. Like Arch Manning's gonna be worth more than like his uncles were when they were players before he even is in the NFL, if he's not already. He's got some insane deals. They completely switched sports, but NIL was there. Yep. Yeah, lots of guys on that team to look up to and to learn from. Shorts I'm wearing like want to make me slide out of my seat. They're like almost like a running shorts material, and it's not meshing well with the fabric of my chair. Keep sliding down. I'm gonna fall out of it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to zone 3 in the Great Marsh today. Got some Skaroopis, Yanma. Those are solid. And the internet's fixed. I tried to start stream earlier, and my internet blew up. So I just reset my routers and it worked. That's fair. That's valid. Like, as nice as these chairs are, like they can be kind of slick. If that pops up, it should. Well, it depends on what channel that was. I just got a phone notification for a new subscriber. So thank you very much. appears to not be popping up. Ah, there we go. Wait. But also, that's in both places. That's big. Thank you so much. There we go. Big. Thank you so much. Crazy that the phone got that to me before the actual notifications did. But I don't know how to even begin to pronounce your name. Like J. It's going pretty good. Going pretty good. I've failed 2 shinies so far this week. That's not the best part, but it's just overall been a vibe, and I was glad to encounter 2, even though that I failed them, because it's been in under 5,000 encounters still with this 300 extra. I was gonna try for Jake. It looks kind of like a Jake leak, and I don't know if it just felt weird to say Jeek leak. If that's right, that's awesome. And I don't know. But I also wanted to go with like a Lecky, like Regilecky, and didn't know how to start the beginning of it. Jecky Lecky. I like that. Yeah, appreciate the follow and the subscribe over on YouTube. It's been good. I tried to like soft launch my channel at the beginning of the year. Oh yeah. So on the same copy, the leaf green where the Doduo is, I failed a Venonat, and then about 1,000 encounters later, I failed a Venomoth. So it ran away from me, evolved, came back and mocked me, and then ran away. Becky Lecky. But yeah, failed. But yeah, both of the Veno family. Seen 2 little blue boys, and it threw 4 balls at each of them, and they all ran away. Yeah, Jekalecki's fire. I switched my username to just be my name back when I did some commentating work, because I had a lot of my workers just ended up calling me Trevor. So I was like, yeah, I'll just switch it. 0 symmetry, all that. I haven't seen anything on the DS. I'd like to. Nothing specific over there. Tauros is the overall target. I put it on a bingo card at the beginning of the year. Yeah, 4 balls. It just makes you feel so bad, because like you throw it. Okay, does it shake? Hints, stays. Throw another one, go through the same thing, and then by the 4th one, you just all hope is lost, but it's also still all there. It's just awful. And then I just gave up and turned around when I threw the 4th ball in the Venomoth, and I haven't even looked at the clip, but people in chat said that it didn't even shake. It just broke out and ran away before I even turned around. So it was pretty unfortunate. I think after this, after going through the Safari Week, yeah. Right now it's just Tauros for Safari Week. But my next hunt, I think, is gonna be a starter hunt, because now that I've failed 2 shinies in a row, if I see a shiny, I don't want to fail it. So I think I'm gonna do Ruby, Trico. I'm gonna hunt that as a starter hunt. And I'm just overall working on some other things. I've been doing some like living dex stuff, So this Fire Red copy and the Platinum copy are both like living decks in progress. I have everything in Fire Red except for Mewtwo. I'm soft rehunting it, or soft resetting hunting. And I'll tell you how many encounters I'm at. It's not many. I haven't. I'm only about 4,800 encounters into Mewtwo. Yeah. I actually used to almost never shiny hunt Pokemon, and then just decided to get into it, and I felt like Safari Week was a good way to really do it. And I was like, you know what? Let's do some legit full odds hunts if I'm gonna do it. Like I play some competitive every now and then. I'll do some VGC. So I'll use the random Scarlet and Violet sandwich for those. I did a Destiny Mark hunt for my birthday. That video is almost done. Like that was in Scarlet and Violet with crazy sandwich odds. So I was like, you know what, let's go back to the roots, play these games where I almost never encountered a shiny through all of the hundreds of hours that I played, and just try to get something. So I've been kind of reliving some of the old games and throwing some shiny hunts in there too. It's been fun. I saved the Giratina in Platinum to go back into shiny hunt. It won't appear in its origin form since I just continued the game, but it'd still be cool to get the Giratina in Platinum. It's pretty much where I'm at. I tend to just get smoked, but it's a good time. I really like the atmosphere at a VGC event. Yeah, that was in the DA weekend video I did. I was going through and helping my girlfriend just complete her living decks, or just her decks in Shield, so that she had better odds. And I found a shiny from 2010, 12 that Kenton had caught. Good old shiny Palpitoad. Astrid, what's up? My chair isn't like Bella's. You can't sit up here with me. You try? We will try. Okay, we have Astrid now. She's gonna try to sit in my lap, but nope. Okay, she immediately jumped down. She was at my feet, like smacking me and meowing, and she jumped as soon as I picked her up. No, Giratina is sick. I have a shiny Giratina that I got in Go. My very first shiny, I failed as a kid. It was a Duskull in Ruby, and I just ran from it, killed it. I can't remember, but I vividly remember seeing it and be like, oh my god, that's so sick, and little kid brain didn't catch it. So after I shiny hunt the Trico in Ruby, I'm gonna continue through the game to try to reclaim that Duskull. And I'll probably do it, I might do it to where I only encounter that, but it's also tempting to try to phase on like a Trimecho. I know. But and then I did end up catching I think a Mienfoo in Black 2 or White 2. I played White, and that was probably, I think that was the first shiny I caught, and it was just random. I think I still have it in my Pokemon home too. I've tried to preserve all the Pokemon and move them up through. So are you just hunting in BDSP then? Or are you looking at any other games too? Yeah, that's not a bad time. Ads are getting ready to come up, so I'm gonna go ahead and run them while I get set back up in a good spot to redo these encounters. Ooh, Soul Silver. Okay, that's sick. I I could not get my heart gold set up in time. I never touched the Safari Zone in that game, and then I remembered it last minute and was like, I'll just do the Great Marsh. So that's kind of where I settled on the platinum, and I've been playing it most recently. Um, that's sick. Yeah, jump left. I love a good jump left. I think pretty basic, but I think my all-time favorite shiny is Rayquaza. I think that one's just the perfect shiny in my opinion. It's like a sucker for like a just good black shiny, and then it has like the red and everything with it. I caught it in a level ball in the Scarlet and Violet event that they did for the raids. Like it just fit perfect. But yeah, I've never like I need to watch a deep dive on the Johto Safari Zone because I'm clueless when it comes to that. No idea what to do. I haven't done anything. Like haven't even caught the Pokemon for it. Yeah, not at all. Ooh, Sandygast is sick. Yep. Yeah. I think black and blue shinies tend to be my favorite, so it makes it hurt even more that I failed the Venonat and the Venomoth. Honestly. Let's see. I'm gonna very quickly run these ads while we get set up so that they don't disrupt anything later. 2K Masuda and Sword and Shield. At least that's like one of the quicker games to do it though. That's not too bad. I I've honestly been going through spurts for streaming where I'll stream a lot in a row and then not stream for like a month or two. But I'm trying to be more consistent, and my goal is for the rest of the year to stream twice a week. So I'll be live a few more times for Safari Week, but I'm moving, so this weekend will be kind of spotty. But from here on out, once I get moved and set up, I think twice a week at minimum will be a good schedule. I definitely appreciate it, and have fun with work. I'm lucky to have a pretty basic 9 to 5 schedule. But appreciate you stopping by and chatting for a little bit. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you, and good luck with yours through the week. Yeah, let's go. That's crazy, Q. And I'm good. I'm just getting encounters in. It was kind of sketch because my internet blew up the first time I went live, but we reset the routers when we go again. Yeah, definitely an Owen tour. On the path of redemption, trying to get back to it. I think I went to the wrong. I did. And yeah, they just keep. I want to go back and count. I want to, but I won't. See how many times I've encountered the combo of Venonat and Venomoth just since failing the Moth. Literally yesterday. It's been way too many last night and then today too. It just makes me sad every time I see it. I really want to encounter Tauros, but I also low-key don't want to encounter it because I know that I'm probably gonna fail it. Like, please give me something that's gonna stay in the ball. I like to at least take one shiny out of the Safari Week. But if I can't, that's a good redemption story for next year. Or maybe even later in the year if we get like in between stuff. Come back with more copies of the game. I like to have a couple Japanese copies before this time next year. If I played through Fire Red before I could fully read, like the first time, I think I could play through it in Japanese. At least I hope. Shiny Quagsire would be a cool one. I think it's probably my least wanted out of all the Pokemon I could get. But it's not like the worst shiny in the world. The only reason I say that is because I feel like I have a million shiny Wooper from the Go Community Day. And then I think he is a silly guy, but I don't know if he's the type of silly. I'd rather have a Beedrill than a Quagsire if we're looking at silly guys. I'm in the wrong zone here. See if I can. I'm not gonna be able to get out of it. I meant to go to zone 3. Trying to unplug my DS while I pick it up. Oh, jeez. There we go. Aha. There we go. That's the area we want to be in. Because there's like Garupi and Yanma and stuff down there right now. I think Yanma would fit the theme of the week so much, because then it would be 3 blue bugs that I would probably end up failing. Scroopy wigs out with its sprite when it appears. I don't know what he's doing. Bro's like listening to Skrillex or something. I want to counter another just to see it again. Bella, have you been making progress on your Animal Crossing island? You go do all like little daily tasks and stuff. I think I could get behind an Animal Crossing playthrough. I feel like I'd be very frustrated with the initial setup, which I feel like is what a lot of people find to be fun. But like once I can get to the spot where I'm just like doing all like the little daily stuff running around, I feel like that could be pretty cool. I don't really have any like daily task type games right now. What do you, can I get some lore on the 3 games? I feel like I'm watching a TikTok live with Subway Surfers. What do you mean lore on the 3 games? You want me to... Oh, okay. 3 games so I can get more encounters. Because with the shiny odds being... Yeah, why? Okay. Fair. It's so I can get more encounters throughout the week to just give myself the best chances at a shiny. Shiny Pokemon appear 1 and 8192 are the odds of that. So very rare to see different colored Pokemon. So by doing 3 games, theoretically I can have 3 times the encounters in the same amount of time. 2 games up top are Game Boy games that I played through and can control together with a controller, so they're easy to go back and forth. And the 3rd game is just on my DS with the capture card. That way I just can get that 3rd one. My main targets are in the top 2 games, the Game Boy ones, being Tauros and now the Venonat and Venomoth. And the 3rd game is just to kind of get those extra encounters and fill the space. Dude, mine's not even crazy. Like, there's people that have like 20 something screens trying to check all those shinies for just normal shiny hunts or Safari Week or something. I don't have the brain capacity for that. I struggle to just do 3. I think the most I've done on a screen at one time is 8 or 6, and that was for a soft reset. So I'm just pressing the same 4 buttons. Now this one I have to like control the walk back and forth on everything. Yeah, I just use 1 controller for the Game Boy games. and then it's not going to be able to. Yeah, got the DS plugged in for platinum here. With the DS, yeah. It's the chonky one. But like low key, outside of the DSi XL, it's like one of my favorite DSs. It's not even the one I originally had. I had a DS Lite to begin with. It's like the feeling of a big old fat DS in my hands. I actually plan to put get a second capture card. I got 4 of these things in a drawer back there. I got a couple off a friend who was getting rid of some of his old stuff. He's actually DJ. I don't know if you remember him from esports. He's on that first league team. I have it's just the loopy capture card, and it only works with the original DS. He makes them for the DS and the new 3DS XL. Those are the other ones that you can really get them for. I think just the capture card is about, I can't remember what the price was. I want to say somewhere around $60 for the original DS capture card, and about 100 for the 3DS. And he has an install service if you don't know how to solder, and you do have to use like a Dremel and stuff to carve out where it plugs into. I can unplug it, but it's not too hard to install. I did this one myself. That was the first time I ever soldered anything, but it does not, unfortunately, does not work with the DSi. Did I use the white flute? Bella, if you're still here, Astrid is in your seat and she just meowed. Yeah, here, let's see. So the spot that I'm talking about is right here. You just have to like carve out for the USB-C, and it all just kind of solders to the motherboard. I found a YouTube video and I just kind of went step by step with it, and it worked out pretty nice. Honestly, the hardest part for me was using the Dremel. I actually broke a back plate on one of the DSs I tried. But yeah, there's plenty of space in there. It wasn't too hard to do. Yeah, see, Scroopy wigs. So funny. And I think in the next couple months, I'll get a second capture card for the DS, so I can do some dual hunting stuff there. And then in the following couple months, I plan to get a 3DS capture card. Just need to get situated after the move and everything. I I talk about it like it's a crazy huge move, but I'm moving down the street essentially. It's just having to physically move everything is what sucks. And pay all the fees. Rent is just not enough for people. I miss my old landlord. I just hand him cash. Sick. My boss texted me at 10:30 at night. Wasn't work related. We're cool. I don't know if you're still here, but I somehow just saw your message about Whooper get him. Whooper might be taller than you. I think. I think it's pretty tall. Yeah, he's a little over a foot tall. So it's about even. Maybe that was a meter. No, not a meter. Ah. Quagsire is actually your height. I don't know, man. You said Whooper get him, and then I imagined you fist fighting a Whooper. And then I thought about like you guys like standing next to each other. That's how I got there in my brain. Can't believe you still play Overwatch. I can, but I can't. I think lifetime I probably have like an hour into that game. Yeah, I mean Overwatch and Genshin. Like that's your brand. I hope you still have the pillow. Not done too bad with encounters. Definitely get quite a few tomorrow during the day. probably stream a little earlier since the Wi-Fi is gonna get cut off at midnight tomorrow, or like midnight Friday, 11:59 p.m. Thursday. I'll do the college paper submission. I'm really hoping that all the hookups and stuff for the modem at the new apartment just work, and I don't have to call them to come out. Because then I won't have Wi-Fi. I think the neighbors finally calmed down. I'm not even kidding when I say that the kid that's over there was just screaming for like hours. Like I didn't like try to pay attention to what they were screaming about, but it was definitely like the kind of scream a kid does when like they don't get to do something they want. It's pretty unfortunate. Oh, there's a thump. They heard me talk about him. Oh, jeez. They just be like throwing stuff too. We got new neighbors upstairs that just be thumping all the time. Little kids next door that just scream. It's tough out here. Oh my goodness, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. There were these kids just walking around last night. They knocked on our back door, which is like a glass door. And they're like, hey, could we clean your windows for $5? And I was like, I appreciate the hustle from those little kids, but I don't have cash on me. I think if I would have had $5 in cash, I would have gave it to them and just to see if they could like actually clean it well, because it just had a bottle of Windex in his hand and like a way too fluffy like microfiber towel, like not like a kind of like one that you get for like car stuff, and like the ones that like if you like wipe anything with, it just leaves like all the fibers from the towel on. And I just know that it was about to just be a mess. But it's also like low-key not my window and I move out Friday, so I thought it would be pretty funny. Just didn't have cash, and then I forgot that my blinds are open in here, and they like looked in, they're like, so do you stream? Oh, so sick. Sometimes I forget that I have a way bigger than normal people monitor, and like there's obviously a camera and stuff set up too. But yeah, just like they couldn't have been older than like 10 years old, just walking around knocking on people's back doors asking to clean their windows. Appreciate the grind. I don't think I personally ever did something like that. Like the only time I sold things was like for, yeah, we're getting a townhome, so it's a little bit bigger, but we're just moving down the street. So like we're moving, but we keep the same zip code, and truthfully, it's like it's not even a 5-minute drive to the new place. So it's something a little bit bigger. Yeah, I got a bunch of boxes back there. So pretty much all packed. The very last thing I'll take down is my setup. I do that Thursday night after I stream. Spilled that all over myself. Pushing the encounters back up. I think between this stream and tomorrow before stream, I could get well into 1,000, almost 2,000. I need to replace the save battery in my copy of Pokemon Gold as well. Way I can, I think it'd be really cool to do like a Gen 2 Cyndaquil. It's my favorite starter Pokemon, so I think it'd be awesome to get it in the games that it can be in. I need to get some like footage of the apartment being packed up and stuff. Like not me packing, but like everything in boxes. I think that could be a nice little addition to. They're just good to have, just in case I want to add it to a Safari Week video. I'm gonna try to get it out pretty quick after. I just need to grind some other stuff too. Be too bad. All my footage and stuff is organized. I can probably start a script. At least part of it. My biggest thing I'm trying to work on. Scripting. I think I got like another 15, maybe 20 minutes left before I end stream. I don't have a lot left to do to get the apartment packed up, but I have some left to do to get it packed up. A lot of, like, all the small things. Truthfully. That and bell set up. Worst thing, like, I say it's the worst thing, but it's pretty easy, are the monitors. I mean, those are going to be taken over in our cars. But it's like finding a place to put them because the desks need to go while we still have the U-Haul. I'd like to try to get all the big stuff in one day and then return the U-Haul early to see if I can't get like a refund or something on it. I hope they let me park my car there. If not, I'm walking to it. It's only a mile, but with it being like 90 degrees, I think we're out of the heat advisory now, but yeesh. Been tough. What's the weather looking like? I just hope it doesn't rain Friday. Doesn't look like we're supposed to get it. But it will be firmly in the 90s. And like just 90 degrees isn't too bad. It's the humidity that's been out there. Ugh, it's just a wet blanket anytime you walk outside. I don't mind dry heat. Live in the wrong region for that though. Depending on when these zones reset. If they reset in the next couple encounters, I'll go again. But if not, I'll probably just end when they when I need to reset the zones. I tried to stream like 30 minutes before I went live, but the internet said no. I didn't know what that was about either. It was fine all day. Guess I wasn't trying to like upload anything though. I will say I am pretty happy with at least the number of Tauros that I've seen so far this week. Like, obviously I'm in the best part of the Safari Zone to see them, but 4% still isn't a lot. So the fact that I've seen as many as I have is at least promising. I don't expect to get another shiny for like thousands of encounters, considering how lucky I've been so far, but I'm overall happy to be able to get at least, I'd like to get 2 more Safari Week streams in, probably tomorrow and Sunday, most likely, if we get everything set up in time to stream. But to have 2 encounters so far, not bad at all. I might be able to do one more like good couple hour stream push on Sunday. Fight for redemption. See if we can creep up to 700 encounters. We can that'll be a good stopping point, but I really feel like this zone's about to reach. I think I can check that, but I like the suspense of not knowing. Okay, lock in for these last few. Literally, Quagsire reminds me of you. That's crazy. Just a little happy guy, happy little silly guy. Not very little though. Pillow's legendary. The best gift I've ever given somebody. Did you win your last game? That's really funny. I would do the same thing. The only baddies in my Discord are me and Nate. That's sick though. I'd hope you'd at least win one Overwatch match. Considering you played for 10 years. I do be over here failing shinies though, so I don't know if I can say too much. Oh yeah, 2 more encounters. That's valid. That's valid. Okay. Last encounter of the night, and then we'll probably call it. See. Nope. All right, not too bad. And no, that's valid. I'll never play Overwatch, so I unfortunately will probably never play that with you. I just feel like at this point I'm too far. I've gone too long without playing it. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for stream. I think it was obviously didn't encounter any shinies, but you're not gonna get those every time. And it was pretty productive. We were able to push the encounters up quite a bit, and unfortunately see some more moths and gnats. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow to run it again. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Good night.